Hello, hello, hello to each and oh my God, every one of you. How are you today? How is your day? Aside from my darn thing not cooperating, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it just like that because at this point, who cares? Hello. How is everyone this evening? Hello, hello. Come in, come in. Hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Hello, Daily News. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming and joining us for these tips. Hello, Robin Bryant, Sonia Siegler, Tracy is always in the house. What up, girl? Holler. Hey, everybody. How is everyone doing? I want to move this thing so bad, y'all. It's killing me. And you know what? This is what I'm finna do too, because the scrolling thing is just like a high school fest. I'm tired of scrolling. So we gonna log in over here as well so that I can see what you beautiful people are saying. Up, up, up. And we gonna turn it down too because I don't need that feedback. All right. Oh, I just missed a notification. That sucks. All right. There we go. Yas. Barbara Gabbard. Hello, Tanyu. Hey, Tanyu. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate that. Mom of 12. Hello, how are you? Jennifer Allison. Hello, Pat Ash. Thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Rose Lode Holt. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Maria. Hello. Ingrid C. Hello. Lila Nelson. Thank you as well for being a YouTube Who Group member. Kim's Crafty Creations. Hello. Miss Ethel Smith. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. And thank you for being a YouTube Who Group member. Nina Bean. Hey, Nina Bean. Stay home, stay safe. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again this week. Lupe. Hey, Lupe. How are you? Welcome. Barbara Gabbard. You got a new embroidery machine, a Brother PE 770. Oh my gosh. You know what that means. So if you're new here, I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty. And I'm a hot food mess tonight, but we'll get into that in a minute. And in our channel, we celebrate when folks get new equipment because it's an achievement. And how difficult is it to invest in new equipment? Sometimes it's a whole stretch. So what we do to celebrate is we ring the bell to welcome the new baby. So let's ring the bell for Miss Barbara Gabbard and her new PE 770. Congratulations to you and your new baby, and welcome to the embroidery madness. We want to warn you ahead of time. You're going to sink a lot of money into embroidery. It's a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. Walk by Faith. Hello, how are you? Kimberly Armstrong from Montana. Welcome. Thank you for joining us from Montana. Adrienne Hall, thank you from Phoenix. Thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate the support. Iris Diaz, hello, welcome. And we also have Susan Clements in here, aka Clemmy. Hey, Clemmy, how are you? And we have Kamisha Ebron. Hello, my love. My cousin is in the house. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Amanda Carty, hi, how are you doing today? Crazy, as always. How are you? Welcome. We also have Miss Eartha Lewis from Port Allen, Louisiana. Welcome as always. Glow Hodges from California. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Miss Beverly Smith from Cotton Valley, Louisiana. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. American Eagle Embroidery and Graphics, Miss Debbie Kidd. Thank you so very much for being a YouTube Who Group member. I definitely appreciate it. Carmen Coleman from Connecticut. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tanya is in the house. Hello, my dear. Thank you for joining us and ringing the bell. Miss Phyllis says, hello, I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We appreciate you being in with us here. And I'm trying to adjust this darn camera so that y'all can see somebody like I got some decent sense and can't even let my chair down no more. So I don't know what to tell y'all. But we'll get through it. Deborah Chandler says hello, so glad to be on. Just got my PE 800, have not used it yet, so we need to ring the bell for the PE 800. Congratulations, Deborah Chandler, on your new PE 800 baby. Lord knows I'm still on the look for one, y'all. Hopefully I'll get one and we can ring the bell over here too and have some fun with some tutorials on a PE 800 in the Baby's Booty Studios. Let us see. Ingrid C, Barbara Gabbard, Nancy Faust from Iowa, March Campbell waited all evening yesterday for the live and realized it was Saturday. I did the same thing a couple of weeks ago. Don't feel bad. I do that quite frequently. So I apologize for not being on yesterday, but thank you for coming back again tonight. Awesome. Laverne Miller, hello. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? Marianne Reddick, hey love, how are you? Inspiration Creations, Lori from Canada, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You got a laser engraver. I'm jealous. Yes, it does. It does count as a new baby for ringing. Congratulations. I have been talking to a couple of different companies about a laser engraver. Still on the fence, not 100% sure about it. And the one that I'm looking at, I don't know if it'll be a fit for the channel. I'm hoping it will be, but I have a couple of options. So shoot me an email, Lori, to thebabiesbooty@gmail.com and let me know what you have, and we'll see if that's one of the ones I've been looking at. I'm hoping it is. Kimberly Armstrong got my 8-1 frames and my 13x8 Mighty Hoop. Still waiting for the back ordered sublimation printer. Holler! Well, that's equipment too. That's those Mighty Hoops, girl. Them Mighty Hoops is the bomb. So congratulations on that Mighty Hoop. The 8-1 is easy too. That's a lot of fun, and it'll help with a lot of different projects because the fast frames fit in a whole lot of scenarios where regular frames or even the Mighty Hoops just don't fit the bill. So the 8-1 is a good purchase as well. El Latore, hello, how are you? Joni Thurman from Augusta. Hey, Joni, welcome back. Thank you for joining us this evening. Vivian Crosby, it's been a while since you've seen us live. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Kimberly Armstrong is saying yay to Miss Deborah Chandler. Miss Sylvia Reyes, welcome. Thank you for joining us from Puerto Rico. Always a pleasure to have you here with us. Deborah Chandler, hello, glad to be a member. Just got my PE 800, have not used it yet. Wait a minute, let me see. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yep, we rang the bell, so congratulations. Nina Walk, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Willa Allen, hello from Durham. Just had a birthday this week and still celebrating. I bet you are. There's a lot of celebrating going on, especially when folks can't celebrate together. So Miss Social Deb, hello to you. Welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube group member. Thank you very much for that. Miss 143, hello. It's been a week, but you made it. Congratulations for making it, and thank you for making it. We always have an enjoyable time with you here. Sharon Edge says, good evening. This is Sharon from Maryland. Welcome from Maryland, Sharon. Thank you for joining us this evening. Is my light? Yeah, my light is on. Okay. I don't know why it feels like it's so dark in here. Teresa Jackson, hello. How are you? Thank you for asking me how I am. How are you? I'm doing okay. Jackie Maddox from Maryland says she hopes everyone is staying safe, and that's a wish for all of us in here to each and every one of you as well. Kimberly Armstrong says you forgot to order the sticky stabilizer, so haven't used it yet. And the funny thing is, in some instances, you don't have to have sticky stabilizer. If you have some clips to hold, like binder clips, a lot of times can hold regular tearaway to a frame, and you're able to hoop projects that way as well. So keep that in mind, that you possibly can use, you know, your basic binder clips. I have them way over there. I didn't want to reach across the camera. But that's an option. I've used binder clips before. Miss Social Deb, I just got a Brother Innovis combo machine to add to my herd of machines. Congratulations on your Brother Innovis. What's the largest hoop you got on that thing? That's what we want to know. That's awesome sauce. Congratulations on your new baby. Luana Stark, hello. How are you? Ira says you've had your sinker sewing embroidery machine since 2013 when I moved to Florida. See, and that's the thing folks don't understand. Those oldie but goodies, them old machines, they are work horses and they are excellent machines. Don't knock the old machines. Folks are always trying to upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Sometimes them older ones are the ones that's gonna last you for forever. So keep that in mind as well. I'm glad you are. Stay safe, sis. Teresa Jackson, hello. Thank you for your well wishes. Nancy Faust, the 8-in-1 frames are fast frames. Okay, so let's see if we can't show what fast frames are. All right, so we're gonna come over here and take a quick trip, and I'm gonna flip the camera. You know what? I meant to do that anyway and zoom out. Y'all know that annoys me to no end, and I keep getting to do it. All right, so here is Blessing, and she is. Let me clean off this stupid camera lens. Hold on, sorry, and that's probably gonna make me buffer too. But I hate a dirty lens. Here is Blessing, and Blessing, usually this is the regular hoop that comes with this machine, right? And the frames that come with this machine are way in the other room. Oh my gosh. Of course they are. But at any rate, oh no, here's one. Okay, so this is the largest hoop that comes with this machine. I want to say it's 11.8 by 7.9, and of course it's upside down. So 300 by 200 millimeters is the largest hoop. Sorry about that. I have no clue what happened and why I lost y'all briefly. But at any rate, the 200 by 300 is the largest hoop that comes with the 6 needle. And normally you just slide it right into this frame. All right, so let me stand up. I'm being lazy. And under both of these brackets, and you slide it in. But the thing is, this is a two-piece hoop, just like regular hoops. So you have to lay your stabilizer down, then lay your fabric, and then hoop it, fight with the hoop, make sure it's tight, blah, 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 blah. Well, there are certain projects that you can do, like for instance, some of the in the hoop projects, very similar to the wallets and whatnot, where you can use what's called a fast frame. So this is one. Durkee also has one, and this you just slide right into this bracket. This is the largest size again, because the arm adjusts in and out to the different sizes of frames. And once you slide this in, let me pull this out on this side a little bit. Once you slide it and lock it in place, this knob right here allows you to slide in all of these different size frames down here. So here's a larger size frame. Then you have the 4x4 fast frame, and as you see, they're gummed up and sticky with using sticky stabilizer. I bought an extra long frame. They have 8 different frames that come with it, and you can buy other sizes as well. And the way this works, I use the smaller one so I don't have to struggle as much. The way it works is you put stick stabilizer on it, make sure that that lip dives down, and then you slide it right under that clip and under that knob here. And then you twist this into place, and there you go. You don't have to hoop anything. It's kind of already hooped because it's flat, and you're pretty much just laying things on here. So what I was explaining earlier is you can get just regular cutaway stabilizer, lay it over the top, and just clip it in place with binder clips like these. Okay. And then you just use the binder clip and hold the stabilizer in place, especially for really simple projects. Now, for more complicated, high stitch count projects, you don't want to just clip stabilizer in place. You want to be a little more cautious. But that's pretty much how the fast frames go. What am I doing wrong?
I thought you will use another camera. I came to hold the camera for you.
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. So that's how this particular fast frame works, and it's different frame sizes and whatnot, and it's actually really cool. But like I said, this version is called Fast Frames, and you can go to fastframes.com. But there's also Durkee, and both Fast Frames usually come with a hat hoop, and the hat hoop, this one you just put the hat over the top of it. I don't use it. I didn't particularly care for it, but this is supposed to help you be able to embroider a larger area. So when you buy the 8-in-1, if I'm not mistaken, generally this frame comes with both the Durkee and the Fast Frames system. So those, my dear, are the Fast Frames. So that's how that particular set up work. The real camera is probably in a box somewhere, but I decided to do mobile because of the possibility that I can go in there where it's friendlier to temperature environments. So at any rate, hopefully I won't mess y'all up again. Of course, I will flip the camera to the other side. All right, so that is 8-in-1 frames. 8-in-1 frame. So let me see. Patrina Gosha, hello, how are you? Marge Campbell also says masking tape can hold stabilizers to the fast frames. Yes, it can. Is it 2108? Oh, that's not bad. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to make it bounce. Let us see. Hey, Latasha, how are you? Welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Aaron L, hello, how are you? Sandy Fincham, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Sylvia Reyes says, God bless the bell. Love it when it rings. That bell is a lot of fun. No Average Girl Stewart. Hi there. I purchased an Epson printer to convert for sublimation. Awesome sauce. That is an awesome purchase as well. The Epson printer gets the bell. So yes, we do ring the bell for the Epson printers as well. So congratulations on your new sublimation baby. You're gonna have a lot of fun. I absolutely love sublimation. Let us see. So Crafty, hello my dear, how are you? Welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Iris says her new baby has a 4x4 and 5x7, using it regularly since watching your channel. Thank you for the inspiration. You're welcome. We want each and every one of you to have just as much fun with embroidery as we do around here. So thank you. Yellow Jackie, hello from Shamira Customs. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Sheila Cushbear says, hope the weather is cooperating. For the most part it is. It was like 91 today, and it's been kind of like that over the last couple of days. We had a couple of storms, but nothing really super serious, so that's a good thing. Creole and Cajun Living, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Alyssa Lehman from Kentucky, first time joining us. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for the first time. We appreciate you being here. Awesome sauce. Adrian says, I hate to leave, but it's dinner time in Arizona. Stay safe, everyone, and have a crafty week. Well, you enjoy your dinner and have a great evening, my dear. Pearl Lucas, hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Pamela Banks, everything is well. Hello, welcome. Creole and Cajun Living, there are two machines behind me. This is the 6-needle PR655, and this is our red line 15-needle embroidery machine. The red line is our ambassador machine. We absolutely love the red line around here, our embroidery machines. Davita says, hello, Eve Hoop Group from Maryland. Hope everyone is well and safe. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Karen Murray, hello. Nina Bean, did I change my room around? I did not change my room around. I changed rooms altogether. I sold my prior home and bought a new one, so I'm in a new home now. And if you check a couple of lives ago, we did a quick little tour around my sewing area, and once I get it up to where I want it to be, we'll do another quick tour. But for the most part, this is a new sewing area altogether. Brenda Marie, caught your live stream. Yay. Hello from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome. Thank you for joining us and appreciate you being here with us this evening. Let's see. I just purchased a PE 800, but scared to take it out of the box. Don't be afraid to take that baby out of the box. Okay. First of all, we're going to ring the bell for the baby. So if we ring the bell, that means you got to take it out the box. Congratulations. Y'all on your PE 800, baby girl. Take that thing out the box. Don't be scared. We got you. We got you around here. So very simple. Just go. You can even go in your closet, find an old hand towel, something like that. Let's see, on your machine, you should be able to pick out like letters and spell like your name or something like that. Get you some tearaway stabilizer, which most of those machines come with a sheet of tearaway stabilizer. Put it in, I'd say start with your 4x4, put it in a 4x4 hoop and stitch away. Give it a shot. Find a thick, bold font to use on the towel. Don't use anything little and skinny because towels have such thick fabric to it, that thick pile, your letters will sink into it if you don't use a thicker font. Now, ordinarily, there's a stabilizer that you would want to use on top of the towel, but just to get your feet wet, don't worry about that right now. Just stitch on the towel just to see how it works and get the feel for hooping fabric, okay? So what that'll do is get you in the routine and in the habit of stitching on something that's a little more challenging than cotton. In a way, cotton, in my opinion, is more challenging than terry cloth. Personally, it's a personal opinion, and the reason why I say that is because cotton has a tendency to pucker if you put too heavy of a design on it. So you kind of have to know how to stabilize it. Have to use the right kind of stabilizer for the design that you're using. I mean, it's a whole lot to it. Whereas a towel, you screw it up, who cares? It's a towel. You can use it later to clean up the kitchen, to wash the car, whatever the case may be. And a hand towel has a pretty decent amount of space. So if you mess up on this side, who cares? Turn it to the other side and stitch the other side and practice some more. And once you mess up on that side, stitch in the middle or move it a little further up, whatever the case may be. You have a whole section of towel that you can use to just do some practice and get some practice stitching in. So that's why I usually suggest starting with a towel. But of course you can find some fabric or an old t-shirt or something, a sweatshirt, something like that. And you can practice on that as well. But the cool thing about the hand towel is you can just use it to clean with. It doesn't matter what it looks like, right? So you can try that. But go ahead and get it out the box. Don't be too afraid to get it out of and put it into commission. It'll be all right. Alyssa Lehman says, just bought a new to me BMP6. What's a BMP6? Is that a printer or an embroidery machine? Let us know so we can make sure we ring in the bell for the right type baby. Brenda Marie says, I have my new sublimation printer up and running now. Lots of fun. I'm trying to tell you that sublimation is everything. It is a lot of fun because there's a lot of different things that you can do with sublimation. Eddie Jr., what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Leila says, I have a whole new 50-yard sticky stabilizer. I have had about 6 months and never used it, thinking about selling it. Sometimes now when you have the right project come along to use with that sticky stabilizer, you might be a little sad. So I don't know if you want to sell it just yet. Yellow Jackie says, got a 15 by 15 heat press. Hi! Congratulations on that 15 by 15. I need to replace mine. It's acting ugly. So I'm going to have to figure out something with my 15 by 15 heat press. Let's see. Karen Murray, I blew out my favorite sewing machine doing math. So I bought a new Janome 4300. Congratulations on your new baby. Oh my gosh. Everybody in the world is getting a hold of some new babies. I'm trying frames. That's neat. The hook on the machine I got off of Amazon. I got them off of Amazon, and actually those hooks are actually really nifty. I got two different kind of hooks to put on the machine. Here's one, and I'm gonna show you these are super strong magnets. I'm gonna show you something so funny. So I purchased this. It's a throat plate for my serger because my throat plate on my serger was broken. Here's the box. Look at that. That's how strong these magnets are. It's like they stick to everything. But once you open it, looks like a whole mess of hooks, but they're actually really cool. These are very, very strong. I think these are the ones that can hold 100 pounds, and then I have a smaller type that can hold 50 pounds. But it's a magnet. You stick it to the side of the embroidery machine frame, not the embroidery machine, but the stand that it's on. Both stands are metal, so I just put a hook on there and hang the some of the hoops from this. It just depends on what I got and what I'm putting on there, whether or not I use these type hooks, or we're actually in the process of designing and putting together a hoop rack. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully y'all will get to see that. Who you start on me? That is so sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Him's a sweetheart. So, just to touch base in really quick, and it's gonna get me off of the chat for a minute. But some of the latest things going on here, which, as you probably saw from the title, we're going to be discussing a little bit about print and cut. That's not something I've ever done on this channel, and the reason being is because my Cricut machine, I got actually the Cricut, this Cricut was a gift. My first Cricut machine I purchased, and that Cricut didn't have the ability to do print and cut. It's the Cricut one. And then I have, well, not that I know of, actually, I think about it, I haven't tried. But the new Cricut that I received, it's the Cricut Air 2. And I got it 2 years ago now, I think. And it should have the ability for me to print on my printer, put it on the Cricut mat, and it print out the registration marks that the Cricut can read, put the mat in the Cricut and let it read in order to know where to cut and cut something out. Well, unfortunately, my reading light, laser light thingy on that Cricut doesn't work. I've already called Cricut customer support and they walked me through all the troubleshooting. They told me it's broken, and because I never tried the print and cut feature and waited a whole year before even trying it, they were like, well, it's out of warranty now, so there isn't anything we can do about it. And that kind of sucked a little bit, but I was like, okay, well, I doubt I'll be doing anything with print cut anyway, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I was frustrated at first, but it's okay. Well, fast forward to now. I received an order from a customer, and it's a customer that I've had before that I did sublimation work for and vinyl for. And as it's no real secret on this channel that I am not a fan of vinyl. I really am not. It's not my favorite thing to work with. I will do it if I have to. Like, I have one really, really good customer who always does vinyl, 2-color vinyl, and so I fill their orders anytime. As a matter of fact, I have an outstanding order for them now I need to do. But I also do embroidery for that specific company, so I'm okay with doing their vinyl. But otherwise, someone called and they're like, I need vinyl, and I'm like, ooh, let me refer you to somebody because I just really don't want to. I don't like to eat. But at any rate, this customer called and she explained to me what she wanted, and at first I was like, okay. I tried to convince her to do sublimation. She wasn't hearing it because she wanted a colored shirt. So then I was like, all right, I guess we can do vinyl. But then she showed me the design, and I'm like, okay, that's 3 colors of vinyl. This is what your cost is going to be. So I can't do it for the price you want me to do it at. So we decided on print and cut. I told her there's a type of vinyl that you can do, and it's called print and cut, and you can use that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that is. And here's the design here. This is all vinyl, okay, and it's called print and cut. Now what I ended up doing was I went to a friend of mine, and you guys, if you follow this channel regularly and have watched the videos, there was a show that I did live where I went to a store in the mall to show you guys what a mall setup looks like, because they had the sublimation machine, they had printers, huge printers, they had the direct to garment machine. We did a shirt direct to garment right there on the show. You know, they had all kind of stuff in that shop. Well, I went to her and was like, look, y'all have the print and cut machine. Can you help me with this project? Because I need, it wasn't a last minute project, but because I was in the process of moving for the last 2 weeks, relocating, the lady let me put the job off until this week. So I was like, I need to get this project done, unfortunately. So can you do it for me? So she did the print and cut transfers for me, and I paid for the transfers, brought them home, and pressed them to the shirt. So this was my first time doing print and cut, and I learned a lot. And it's not sublimation. This isn't sublimation. This is actual print out on a printer, put on their cutting machine. It was a Panasonic printer, and big wide blade printer. I wish I had saved one of the sheets, but I needed to get these shirts done, so I cut them all up. But it was a big long sheets of paper that he put 6, one this way, one that way, one this way, and then one this way, one that way, one this way, and I cut it apart and pressed it to the shirt. Now the cool thing is you weed it just like you weed regular vinyl. For those of you who are familiar with vinyl, you pull away the white part, the part that you don't want, and you leave behind the part that you do want. And this is different from vinyl. And let me show you what the transfer looks like, because I do have one. So here is a transfer, and on your screen it's backwards. Usually I don't reverse my camera, and as you see, this R still has the white background, and it shouldn't, so that got left out, so I need to weed that out. But this, all of this was white, so I weeded all that away. The inside of the D, the inside of all of that was weeded away, and so this last little piece is what's left. If you look at it really closely, you can barely tell that it's cut, because when they first gave it to me, I'm like, is it cut? And she was like, yeah, it's hard to see. And she was right, it was very hard to see. And so you just weed out the little pieces. Now this is print cut, so what I was going to get into is the difference between print and cut and regular vinyl. So T Productions says, I'm an up-and-coming t-shirt seller. Any advice? I have quite a bit, but this will be a little bit something to help you as well, because most people that do t-shirts are into vinyl, and they'll do, you know, layer all the different vinyls. Well, this is a different type of vinyl. So if you can get print and cut, it's actually really cool, and it is actually not super difficult to do. The only drawback is with this, you weed it from the front and it's right side up. So normally when you take a transfer for vinyl, you weed away what you don't want, and then you can lay it down on the shirt, put it on the heat press, press it, peel the carrier sheet off, and the vinyl stays behind. But that's not how it works for print and cut. As you see, there's no carrier sheet. There's nothing on the front. Everything is on the back side of it. So the glue is on the back. All right. So to get to the back side, you have to get a transfer. You have to get transfer tape and put over the top of this, and kind of like use a squeegee to make sure it has good contact, and then rip it off to make a carrier sheet so that you can press it to the shirt. And if I weren't hot and stressed out and stuff like that, I'd show you how that works. But our air conditioner went out today, so I'm hot, and I'm not gonna about to turn on that heat press and all that other stuff to show y'all how this works. But saying all that to say, if I were in a pinch and my Cricut worked where I could set it to print and cut, I probably would do this. Now, Nina Bean, you bring out a really good point. Wait a minute. Creole and Cajun living, light colors are different from dark colors with print and cut. In this instance, it's not. Because this print and cut, I can put this on any color. It doesn't matter. But there are some that you have to use on light color garments only. And some, this type is the kind you can put on anything. It doesn't matter. Light colors, dark colors, it doesn't matter. Because the background of the vinyl is white and you're just printing an image on the front of the vinyl, weeding away the rest of the white part. And then this can go on any color shirt. It doesn't matter. But somebody brought out something I was getting ready to say. Oh my gosh. Rebecca is in here. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Scooby-Doo. What up? Easy Subly Vinyl. Nina Bean. That's what I saw. So, Nina Bean, the man, y'all, when I called to get the, yes, Pat Ash, and you don't need a printer that prints white when you're using the print and cut vinyl. But when I called to get the price of the Easy Subly, and she was like, a roll of the Easy Subly was like $70 or something. No, it was more than that. It was 140. I can't remember how much it was, but one thing I'm gonna say is, not gonna be back till morning. Okay, whatever. One of the things it was crazy, and I'm like, I don't like my customer that much to lose that much money doing Easy Subly. Easy Subly was very expensive. This wasn't cheap either. This wasn't inexpensive either. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 of these on one great big sheet that they printed for me. And I had to pay, I want to say it was $6 a sheet. And I needed 40 of them. That's not right. So it must have been 6 to a sheet. Anyway, either way, I ended up spending darn near $200 on these darn things to put on her shirts. Now, if you are not like me, all right, let me preface what I'm getting ready to say and preach to the choir. All right, I'm preaching to y'all, preaching to the choir. But the reason, one of the main things I try to do with this channel is teach you guys from my mistakes and from the things that I've done and what I've learned, okay? So, I'm prefacing this by saying, if you aren't like me and make mistakes like I do, then you can go this route. If you can, there are companies out there that do print and cut for you. They print the transfers for you and will ship them to you. All you have to do is pick it and press it to a shirt. And some of them even send it to you where you don't even have to use the transfer tape to pick it up. You just press it and go on about your business. So if you price yourself accordingly, this can be lucrative. And it saves you a ton of headache. So who was it? Let me scroll down because I just saw it. T Productions. What I'm going to tell you is make sure that you price your jobs accordingly and you can have other folks doing the hard work for you. Okay? So, yes, you can invest in printers. Yes, you can invest in transfer printers. Yes, you can invest in Cricuts and vinyl and all that jazz. You can. But you also can let your business invest in that stuff for you. What do I mean? Well, I wouldn't suggest keeping inventory. I just wouldn't, because what you'll find out is you'll end up stuck with inventory. Matter of fact, I was talking to my husband and telling him that my plan is to sell off some of those shirts that I have sitting down there in bins that I'm not using. I'm not doing t-shirts right now, so I have an abundance of shirts that are sitting there that I don't need. So I have a friend that does t-shirts regularly. I was going to call him. I think he keeps inventory and see if he wants them. Reach out to a couple of other folks I know who's going to put it out there to destash some of that stuff, because I don't need all those t-shirts. I just don't. And it's frustrating when I sit back and look at the inventory that I've paid for and it's not moving. Okay? Because everybody and their grandma wants what you don't have in your inventory. Imagine that. So over the past 12 months, what I've decided, well, no, not 12 months. Well, yeah, it's almost 12 months. Over the past 11 months, what I've decided to do is I don't buy inventory anymore. I find out what the customer wants. And like in this instance, she wanted, see, and here again, I tell my customers, I'll do your stuff for you, and you don't even have to buy the t-shirts. I'll pay for the t-shirts and cover the cost, because my cost is factored into those, to my price, but they don't know that, because I can get t-shirts about $2.50 a shirt, right? And that's my Gildan go-to heavy t-shirts that most people love. Well, this customer was like, no, she didn't want Gildan. She wanted next level. She wanted this certain shirt. It's soft. This shirt was $3.65 each, and she wanted it in this color. But I don't have the shirt in stock. So again, I told her, because she balked at my price because I went up on the price from the last time. But like I told her, it's COVID. I can't pick up shirts anymore. It has to be shipped. So you're going to have to cover the shipping cost. There's also other stuff that I have to factor in, blah, 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 blah. And she wasn't happy, but she agreed to the increase in price. So anyway, T Productions, what I'm saying is you don't have to keep inventory. Just order. If you know, like I tell people to check out, what's the name of the t-shirt people online I tell y'all about all the time? It's not coming to me right now, but there's a t-shirt company. Somebody throw it up there, because I know y'all know who I'm talking about. There's a t-shirt company on Jiffy Shirts. Jiffy Shirts. If you go there, order your t-shirts, it's usually there in 2 days. So let the customer know, hey, I can do your order, but I gotta order your shirt. See, people understand that part. If you have shirts on hand and you tell them, well, it's gonna take me a couple of days to do your order, why is it gonna take so long? I squash all that. Well, I gotta order your shirts. I gotta order your stuff, and it's gonna take it a little bit to get here, and give myself a little bit extra time, and give you a little bit extra time too. So I should have it by the end of the week, and then I can work on your order and give me a day or two to go ahead and get your order done, and I can have it back to you. But order your shirts as they order it. Save yourself the aggravation and the frustration. Look at the price of the shirt first. Factor that in. Factor in the tax. Factor in the shipping. Break that down against the cost, and that'll help you determine how much your t-shirt should be. All right. Then on top of that, find you a transfer company that will get transfers to you by a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? There's some companies that'll do 1 or 2 transfers, and then there are other companies where they do a minimum of 20, minimum of 50, blah, 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 right? And then you print out the image, print and cut, have it sent to you, bam, just press it to a shirt, and your shirts are done. You didn't have to do nothing except press a shirt. All right? So a heat press, yes, you can buy that. But the other stuff, you don't really have to invest in that if you didn't want to. Now, if you want to get into doing your own vinyl and stuff, you can, but that's a heavy investment. But meanwhile, while you're using other companies to print those transfers for you, then you can use that money and that income from the revenue of those shirts to fund your next project, and then your next one and next one, and so on, until you have enough for the equipment. So that's my suggestion for a new business, a new t-shirt business anyway. You have so many options available to you as a t-shirt printer that you really, the sky's the limit on what you can offer people. You have vinyl, you have print and cut vinyl, you have sublimation, you have screen printing, you have bling, for crying out loud. So there's a whole list of stuff that you can do. Now, sublimation, in my opinion, can be the most affordable and less headache to get into, and the most lucrative. because vinyl, you're limited. Like most of the vinyl is going to be, you know, kind of cartoonish type stuff, block letters, stuff like that. Whereas sublimation, you could do any image. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as the t-shirt or the base of the shirt is white or a light color, right? But sublimation, most people want what they want on a shirt. I have a friend, he wants a picture of his car on his shirt. Sublimation. That's how I know I can get your car on your shirt. Whereas instead of like a cartoon replica of your shirt cut out in vinyl, that's not what he wants. He wants his specific car. So that's pretty neat how you can customize certain things. I love sublimation. I love sublimation. So sublimation is a lot of fun. So at any rate, I'm gonna run back to the chat for a little bit, and then I'll also go over a couple of other things with this print and cut that I want to bring out to you all, because it was a lesson. It was a lesson I learned. It really was, because again, I had never done it before. Let's see. Talking Media. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, Susan Krause. Hello to you and the other gal from sunny California too. West Coast is in the house. Welcome, West Coast. Thank you for joining us this evening. Maria Bello. Hello. First time here. Thank you for joining us, Maria. We appreciate you being here. Hello, Miss Phenomenal Creations. It's always a pleasure to have you in here with us. Miss Debbie D, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And speaking of that, if you are interested in joining the YouTube Hoop Group crew, there is a membership available here on this channel. Down below, if you're on a computer, you can click the subscribe button. When you click subscribe, there's also a join button. You can click that as well to join and be a member of the YouTube Hoop Group crew. We do appreciate the support for this channel, and it also gives you some really cute icons and emojis that you can use in the chat, and highlights you as someone special in the YouTube Hoop Group channel when you post comments and such. Also, there is a Facebook page that is free that you can join. Just go on Facebook and look up Hoop Group or The Baby's Booty, and you can join there as well. And we have a forums of sorts on my website, thebabiesbooty.com. And you go up to the top and click join, and you can join the Hoop Group channel there as well. So all of these avenues, especially on Facebook and the forums, you're able to post pictures of the projects that you're working on and some of the cool things that you got going on in your studio spaces. And we would love to see that. I have been moving and shifting around and painting, as you see, painting my front door red, and doing a lot of remodeling and whatnot, trying to get things just so. I haven't been as heavy of a presence in those groups, but that's going to change once I get settled in. So super excited about that. But I do pop in and say hello very frequently otherwise. So those three options are there for you if you would like to get more in depth in the Hoop Group. And you can ask questions in those groups. Even if I can't answer, there are so many experienced embroiderers here in this group that are in this channel regularly that I absolutely appreciate each and every one of them. And they answer questions in here as well. So this is a channel for all of us. This is not a channel that's about me. I could care less about me. My thing is I want each one of you all to have a part in this channel, because this is our crew. This is our group. So thank you for joining us and being a part of it. So we look forward to interacting with each and every one of you a little bit more. So Glow Hodges, do you take apart your 6-needle machine and oil them after so many hours, or do you send them out? Glow Hodges, I was raised by my mom and dad, of course, but I was a grandpa and a daddy's baby. So I was under the men folks a lot, learning and fixing things and working on things. I'm one of those type chicks, so I love handiwork. I take my stuff apart and oil them myself. I have sent the 6-needle out one time to get service because it was a free service call, so I let them go ahead and do it. But for the most part, I like to work on my own equipment, and that's pretty much what I do. But if you're not handy and you're not familiar with that type stuff, then I would suggest you send it out, because we don't want to break in your baby's Ms. T, take it out of the box and make sure it works before the warranty ends, which is what I was just saying about that Cricut machine and what I did not do. So yes, take that as a lesson from me. Go ahead and give that machine a shot. All right. Angelia Baker, hello. Let us see. The Blake's cat. Good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us this evening. Creole and Cajun Living says, any thread recommendations? Yes, I do have thread recommendations. What I would suggest is Metro EMB. Metro EMB. METRO and the letter E, the letter M, and the letter B. I would suggest going through them because if you go through Metro EMB, they are very, 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 very affordable. Quick shipping, get the thread right out to you, and super affordable. Did I say super affordable already? They are affordable, and you're talking about really decent size spools. So I would suggest Metro EMB, and also Metro EMB thread is shipped with the red line. Whenever you order one, you get 15 spools of the main colors with your red line embroidery machine. So they are really awesome. They also sell stabilizer and other embroidery supplies as well. So give them a check. All right. Shirley Stewart, hello, my dear. Welcome. Thank you for joining us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We definitely appreciate that. Treasure Designs from Columbus, Georgia. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Alyssa Lehman says it's a 6-needle baby lock embroidery machine. Awesome sauce. So we need to ring the bell for your 6-needle baby lock, baby. Welcome. Welcome, new 6-needle baby, to our family. Thank you for letting us know you got a new baby. Colette Martin, hello. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let's see. Patricia Johnson just brought a Brother Luminaire XP1 yesterday. Y'all, congratulations on the new baby. Now, normally we ring the bell when you get the baby, but we're going to go ahead and ring the bell now. Congratulations on your new baby. Be sure to share your projects with us either on Facebook or in the forums. We would appreciate that. Laura E. from New Jersey, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. This is Ashley. Hello, this is Ashley. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We definitely appreciate that. T Production says, a big fan. Can you say hi back? I always can say hi back. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for loving our channel. We absolutely love it here. Scooby Doo says she'll be right back. I'm sure she's back by now because I was talking for a while there. Divine Diva Designs. Hello, everyone. Happy to join you all. Am I feeling better? I am feeling, for the most part, better. Tired. Still tired. It's been a lot of work around here. Moving is never easy, and I'm still not unpacked. Y'all, okay. Going back to destashing, I'm going to challenge each and every one of you. Everyone that's in here now, I'm going to challenge you because one of the things that I did not realize when I packed up to move was how much mess, how much stuff I had. So I would challenge each one of you to sit back, take an hour or so to relax, get your cup of coffee or tea, whichever is your favorite, sit back, chill out, and think about what all you have in your sewing space, your embroidery space, your businesses, or whatever your crafting space is, whether it's for making money or not, doesn't matter. And think about what all you have and how difficult it would be to pack all of that stuff up if you needed to move your space. And what can you do without? So if you do that, see what you have going on and what you can destash and make more space to take some stress out of your life. Because I really wish I had done that to begin with, but I didn't. What do we have going on? Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo, that's right. I forgot. Well, I did forget about your cousin, but I didn't realize they were doing the funeral so quickly. So condolences to you and your family, because that's just never an easy thing to lose family members. Marva Stewart, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I had to scroll back up to where I was. So thank you for joining us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Kimberly Armstrong, can you post a link for those hooks? I sure can. Matter of fact, let's see if I can't go do that now. Hopefully I won't cause any issues with my computer. And I gotta go back in the orders of where I ordered before because I'm forever ordering stuff, y'all. It don't make no sense how much I order stuff. I love not YouTube. I love YouTube too, but I love Amazon. I just do a lot of stuff on Amazon. It's ridiculous. All right. Here is an affiliate link to those magnets. Hopefully you are okay with an affiliate link. Oh, that's right. I moved it. If not, let me know. I'll post a regular link. But here are the hooks that I use on Amazon, the ones that I purchased. Maybe it went through. And if I'm not mistaken, let me look at it again. I'm pretty sure these things were 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Oh, what? How many pounds? It's a bunch of pounds. That's what that is. It's either 80 or 50 or 100, something like that. Let's see. Okay, so if it's up one way, it'll hold 60 pounds. If it's flat up and down, it'll hold 20 pounds. So I just know it holds a whole heck of a lot of pounds. It holds a lot. Oh, this is the one I bought that holds 100 pounds. I'm going to link this one too because these look a little bit different, but these say they hold 100 pounds, and I have these as well. So 2 different types of hooks. All of them are super strong magnets, and they definitely work in my studio, all kinds of places. So let's put that there as well. Let us see. Let me go back up. Nina Bean, bought some new baby suit Epson 7720 and Cricut Maker, waiting on the new 16 by 20. Well, congratulations, Nina Bean. Awesome sauce. Holler. You got all kinds of babies going on in your space. The Cricut, the 7720, and a heat press, girl. You supposed to be on your paper. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. P Productions, how long did it take to get your setup? It depends. I've been doing embroidery. I started in embroidery about 4 years ago now, and been going since then. So it's been a slow and steady race trying to get things brought in, from embroidery machines to Cricuts to printers to more embroidery machines. So it's been a process, and it does take time. This is not an overnight establishment at all. But what I've been doing is trying to slowly build as time went on. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to get into a whole bunch of debt trying to get a business started. It's just not worth it. Eddie Jr. says those cool magnets, I love them. They're just too strong. I'm almost too strong. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, pinch your fingers and such. Let me see. Go back down. Let's see. I am at, okay, so Dorothy Gaston, hello from Miss Dorothy Gaston. The grandchildren want to say hello, Chaz and Chloe. Well, hey, Chaz and Chloe, how are y'all? Thank you for joining your grandma to watch us live. Hopefully you guys didn't miss me saying that, because it took me forever. I was talking about all kind of other stuff and missed when your grandma told me to say hey to you. But Chaz and Chloe, welcome. Thank you for joining us live here on YouTube. Miss Bickham, hey my love, how are you? I started to call you the other day and did not get around to it, and I'm so ashamed, but I do need to check on you and make sure you're okay. Don't be nervous about the Cricut. The Cricut is not a hard machine to use. Latasha says that was an awesome field trip. We did have a good time in that store and seeing all the cool stuff in that specific space. So they've actually closed and sold all that equipment to another space in Gaffney, South Carolina, and I just went there the other day, and that's where I got these transfers from, and they're really nice down there as well. So, all of that equipment is now in Gaffney, girl. It's a trip. Contessa Harris, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate the support of our channel. Thank you. Let's see. I'm still scrolling the chat because I want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Shauna says she's late because she's playing with So What Pro that she purchased from the website. Loving it, girl. So What Pro is her thing. I'm trying to tell you. So What Pro is some sauce. And someone asked me why would I promote So What Pro when there's so many other programs out there that are more affordable. Not more affordable, because So What Pro is the most affordable out there, but he was alluding, or the person was alluding to the fact that they left a comment on one of the YouTube videos, and they were saying that why am I doing So What Pro when there's other better programs out there that cost way more and I should be able to afford it. And my thing is, why? When for $65, So What Pro is hands down the best embroidery editing program out there, because number one, the price mainly, and then number two, just about everything you can do with So What Pro, everything you can do with those other programs you can do with So What Pro. It's not a digitizing program, it's an editing program, and it edits perfectly, absolutely perfectly, no hesitation, no nothing, and you can save it in any format you want. I mean, it's just, I can't say enough about So What Pro. I absolutely love it, and it saved my life. It really did, starting out as a new embroidery person, limited funds, and everybody else was wanting hundreds of dollars, where So What Pro was out there for poor little me and just turned my whole world upside down. I absolutely love and am eternally grateful to So What Pro. So if you need an embroidery editing program and you're getting into embroidery, So What Pro is the way to go. And you can purchase it or download the trial on my website, thebabiesbooty.com. So definitely check them out. This must be for dark colors because it's not backwards. It can be for either one, as I mentioned before. And let's see. You don't need that. Okay, we did that. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate the good look, girl. That's what's up. Let's see. Oh, Lord. And then my other daughter was in here. Didn't even realize that Tokyo was in here. Hello, my love. Thank you for joining us. I had all kind of family in here tonight. That's what's up. Margot Chromatine McClure. Hello to everyone. Hello to you as well. Welcome. Thank you. Kenya says 10 sheets of Easy Subtly is about $40. I wasn't getting, well, it depends on the size of the sheets too. That's right, the 8x10. The 8x10, I'll have to look up the price. It's on their website, but either way, it was more than I was willing to pay. It really was. Because if I'm not mistaken, what I was printing and cutting, I would only be able to use one 8x10 per transfer, and that was not affordable. I swear it wasn't. And I'll look it up here in a minute just to be sure. Teresa Spencer from Vegas, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you. 9 Soulful Creations, happy Sunday to you as well. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Janet McKinney. Hey, Janet McKinney, I did get your package. Thank you very much, and I intend to respond this week coming. Pat Ash says this requires a controlled environment so the vinyl doesn't stretch between printing and cutting. Now this particular one, I didn't have too much of an issue, thank God, but I did start out with the wrong transfer tape, and that was a headache. But once you get the right transfer tape and the right method down, then the print cut isn't terribly bad. Leisha Williams, hello there. I'm new. Nice to be on here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here on our channel. We appreciate you being here. Let's see. Apparel Giant also ships really fast. I've never heard of Apparel Giant, Alyssa, so thank you for sharing that with us. I'm gonna have to put them in my arsenal of folks to order from when I'm in a pinch, because sometimes I do want to get some materials faster. And this is Ashley, says SNS Activewear as well. I have heard of them, so you can definitely check them out. Scooby-Doo, I do not keep inventory. I get them the next day or can drive downtown to LA and get some. Now, when I was in Charlotte, I could drive to a neighboring city to one of my local vendors and purchase shirts. Very excellent wholesale prices. But I'm not in Charlotte anymore, so I'm just like, no, I'm finna order because I'm not driving all that long way. But if I know I have an order and I know it's a certain size or more than one order and I need to order a bunch to save on shipping, I could drive. It's not super difficult, but now I got lazy. Shoot, I just wait on stuff to come to the door, and it's actually been pretty nice doing it doing it that way. So I don't mind at all. Margaret Stewart uses Jiffy shirts and they're great on delivery. So awesome sauce. Walk by Faith, what do you think about doing a line of shirts to sell on Etsy? Well, you can, and I wouldn't discourage you from selling a line of shirts, but I would say start out with a few, like not very like a whole slew full of shirts, like maybe about 10 shirts or something like that, and see how it moves for you. As a shirt sells, order another one, and as that shirt sells, then order another one, because what you may find is Etsy folks who order on Etsy generally want their stuff really quickly. Not like Amazon. Amazon is like, I expect my stuff by the end of the day. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm spoiled. But with Etsy, sometimes you'll find folks aren't really that patient, especially if you don't have a turnaround time. So if you already have a design and you put it on a shirt, if you have it set up where you can order the shirt, have it sent to you and do the shirt and send it out, then of course that's not a bad deal. But if you're selling a shirt, you don't know, I may want a shirt, and do you have a size small on hand or maybe a size extra large, and you having to keep all this inventory and all these sizes is crazy. So you can do that and like do one shirt just to show it or whatever. But Etsy can be a tough market because it's so saturated. But if you have something unique that you haven't seen anywhere else and you're pretty sure there's a market for it, then give it a shot. But I would say start small. I really would. Donna from Alabama, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Knick-Knack Nurse. Hey, Knick-Knack Nurse, welcome. We always appreciate you joining us. Little Miss Boti, welcome. Yes, we miss having you in here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sonia Siegler, where can we find that print and cut vinyl? Amazon actually has it. It's called, oh yeah, excuse me, I'm sleepy. I didn't have a good rest last night. So on Amazon, it is called T-shirt transfer vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go to Amazon. Let's go on a trip on a Amazon shopping ship. Let's see. T-shirt transfer vinyl. Nope, wrong thing. Print T-shirt transfer. I'm trying to get the, I can never remember the name. Printable transfer vinyl. Okay, here we go. So it's called Inkjet Printable Iron-On Heat Transfer. So the brand I usually use, I don't see it. There's a ton of them. So I'm going to post the one that seems to have the highest New Fun. Never mind, it was at the top. Yeah, I've used New Fun before. I do like them. 25 sheets is $23.75, so it's like $1 a sheet, right? And it's for dark fabric, which you can use dark or light fabric, it doesn't matter, but you can use it as print and cut, right? So I'm going to link this as well, again as an affiliate link. They have 5 sheets, 25 sheets, 50 sheets, and 100 sheets. And of course, the more affordable option, not affordable, the more price cut option is the 100 sheets is $74. So that takes it way below $1 a sheet. And I have fighting on. I have used that brand before. So I linked that in the chat, and that was for Miss Sonia Siegler. Let's see. Red Elephant Embroidery. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate you. Ray Fallow from Mobile, Alabama. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Mary Beth Farrar, how is everything with your new move? It is not as stressful as I thought it would be, but it's tiring. I'm tired. I'm tired of unpacking. It's crazy. But I'm thankful that I have a place to unpack and that I was able to get a beautiful home. So I absolutely love it. But yes, it is wearing me slap out. As you can see, I'm yawning. Oh! And that's embarrassing. I don't like the yawn on camera. Pamela Willis from Illinois. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Scooby-Doo says, busy printing sublimation transfers. I just received another order with more to come. Oh, Lord. See, the sublimation transfers, same principle. If you can get the sublimation paper like the Easy Subli, you can sublimate your design, print, cut that way as well. I'm not a hooper, but I do get lots of great stuff from you. Thank you, Miss Mary Beth. We appreciate it. Yolanda Williams, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Let us see. Thank you for help with the fob the other day. You're welcome. You're welcome. Uh-oh. I done messed up. Okay, there's my chat. I've been giving fabric and notions away to customers way too much, and I'm not moving. I'm trying to tell you, Miss Marge. It's freeing. It is free. Scooby-Doo. We love you. Avery's Creations. Hello, how are you? Welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We definitely appreciate that. Leo Nelson, I'm trying to go through my stuff now, so when I do move, it won't be so overwhelming. The thought itself overwhelms me now. I'm trying to tell you. You just don't realize how much you... And I'm going to tell you, it's something else, and I should have listened a little bit harder when she told me, but I didn't. About it's been 5 years ago now. 4 or 5 years ago, my parents' home was broken into. And I'm 44. Am I 45? Jesus, I don't know how old I am. But in my years, pretty sure I'm 44. But in all of my years, we've never had a break-in, ever. And my parents have lived in the same house since I was 3. So to have someone break into your home, that was just like, and I didn't live there at that point. I was in my own home. But it was unnerving because I've never dealt with that. And when my mom called and she was like, there's stuff all over the place. And when it clicked what she was saying, I'm like, Mom, get out the house. That's not, somebody must have broken into the house, and I rushed down there because they were right around the corner then. Now I've moved a good bit away, but I went down there and sure enough, someone had broken into the house and like ransacked the house and took all kind of stuff. I mean, them idiots even took my Cabbage Patch doll from when I was a kid. Pissed me off. But anyways, yes, I did get your email, Avery's. I just haven't been able to respond properly So there's been a couple of other projects going on. So when it's time for me to get to that project, I will reach back out. But anyways, back to where my mom and everybody got broken into. The thing that kind of got to me with that was my mom kind of like was never the same after. And my mom was always the type to hold on to memorabilia, and like I said, she still had my Cabbage Patch from when I was very, very young, when Cabbage Patch first came out, and her sisters was in that foray with folks fighting over Cabbage Patch dolls. But anyway, but the one thing that struck me was not long after that, she started getting rid of things and just letting stuff go. And it was stuff that I would have thought my mom would have kept for forever. And she was like, no, you can have it. It's yours anyway. And then other stuff she was just giving away to people. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? And she was like, I might as well give it away now. And that way I wouldn't have to worry about those valuable things getting missing. And it's almost like she carried that. And I hate that because it's not her fault, and it wasn't her fault, but it taught me a lesson that I really should have focused on a little bit better as far as thinning out things and get rid of things. I'm a closet hoarder. I don't used to when I was much younger because I had this insecurity that I needed to. And I'm sorry, I'm doing like TMI right now. Y'all getting another facet of the baby's booty. But at any rate, I've always had this fear that I needed to hold on to things because I never know when I may need it. So that spills over into my studio space. I'm like, I have buttons. I came across some buttons. I unpacked it. I'm like, why the heck do I have buttons? Like a whole thing of all kind of buttons that I must have bought on clearance or something, because I'm a clearance nut. And I don't know why I have them, because I don't sew clothing and I don't do buttons for any reason whatsoever, but I have them. So I'm like, you know what, it's time to let this go because I don't need buttons. And if I need them, then if I can afford to, I'll buy them at the time, but I'm just getting rid of the buttons. So at any rate, that was my thing, and I'm having to face that again in the mental and physical space that I'm in now, because the structure and the layout of my studio now is nowhere near what it were compact. So I'm having to split my space up between rooms. And I don't want to have a whole bunch of crap in either room. I want to have space to do what I want to do. So I'm having to destash a lot of stuff I'm taking to Goodwill. But there's some stuff that I'm actually going to sell, like the t-shirts and stuff I was saying, because I did spend quite a bit on those shirts, and I don't want to just take them to Goodwill. So I'd rather them go to someone I know that's going to use them. But at the end of the day, I also don't want to junk up nobody else's house. So at any rate, saying all that to say, it's a lot that I'm working on right now. And again, I challenge each and every one of you guys to go through your stashes and see if you can take some of that weight off of your shoulders. Because if something ever happens, whether it be, God forbid, fire or, some damage to your studio, or you have to move, or, anything along those lines, y'all, it's stressful trying to remember all of that stuff, and you got all this stuff, and you don't know what's what and what's up and what's down when it's time to get this stuff out. I ain't never unpacked so many boxes in all my whole darn life, and I'm just like, this is a fool. So yeah, we're gonna have to calm down with some of the stuff. Sell t-shirts in the D-Stash Tuesday thread on the that sublimation group on Facebook. Didn't know there was one, so I will. This is Ashley. Definitely check that out. Dorothy Gasson finally getting my soul craft room instead of 2 areas. It will be in one room, throwing away things and going to the thrift store. And to make you feel better, Sheila Cushionberry, that's my problem. I collect stuff just in case. I have so much stuff in my studio, even when it's cleaned up, it looks cluttered. I'm trying to tell you, it's a trip. So let's see. The babies love the chalk. Miss Bickham said, I am glad they did. That was another D-Stash idea. Why? Did I buy all that chalk? I would love to know. Still don't know why I bought all that chalk. Let's see. Betty Stetcher, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So really quick, this page, Chrome, X5 embroidery software programs. I'm a hoarder. Oh Lord, 5 programs. Oh my goodness. How did you get your name out there for new customers? Yolanda Williams, she asked, how did I get my name out there for new customers? Honestly, it was word of mouth. I didn't advertise at all, not for embroidery work. I advertised for YouTube channel, but not for work. So what I would suggest is find something really cool, and whomever your biggest poster is that is in your family, looks like a shaver, that is called the Peggy's Stitch Eraser. The Peggy Stitch Eraser. And if you need to, I can post a link in the chat if you need me to. But it is on my Amazon store front page. But to get my name out there, find someone in your friend circle on Facebook that posts all the time, and have them post a picture of something you've made for them, like a t-shirt, a hat, or whatever the case may be, and then have them promote it for you. That word of mouth thing is very strong. It is very, very, very strong. So that's one way. The other way is, like, for instance, if you have kids that oh no, that's not right. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to, that's what I was looking for. If you have kids that are in school or something like that, you can have your kids wear something. I mean, you have all kind of folks that will reach out and shout from the rooftops for you. So see if you can find someone to shout from the rooftops for you. That's what I would suggest. Stitch Eraser. Okay, here's the link for the Stitch Eraser, and that thing saved my life. So if you don't have anything in your studio, this is what I would say you should get. But Yolanda Williams, word of mouth is stronger than anything else. And the reason why I say that is because most people will buy something because of a good recommendation from someone else. Most people will buy something because of a good recommendation from someone else, or they see someone else with it and enjoying it. One of the two. Just think about infomercials, for instance. What is the infomercial? They show you them using the product, how wonderful it is, and they're talking all excited about it, and you should have this too. Matter of fact, if I had it right here in front of me, you should get that Peggy Stitch Eraser, because that Peggy Stitch Eraser is going to save your life. And I'm actually being a real true infomercial, but I'm being honest. I'm being very honest. That Peggy Stitch Eraser, if you're doing embroidery, you mess up embroidery, the Peggy Stitch Eraser will help save your life. It really will. I absolutely love that thing. And I saw the price tag of it and was like, there is no way I'm about to pay $80 for a trimmer, what looks like a men's trimmer or whatever the case may be, worth every blame penny. Worth every single penny of that $80. I guarantee you it's worth every penny of that money. Every penny. So click that link that I just put for the Peggy Stitch Eraser and buy it. I promise you it's worth it. If you do embroidery, it's worth every penny. So definitely check them out. I have a couple of videos on it showing how to use it. You see how easy that was, and telling you how it matters that you have what I am offering, even though technically I'm not the one offering it, but because of my recommendation and me telling you how it's benefited me, then it makes you interested in purchasing in most instances. So the same with putting your name out there to get your merchandise moved. You know, if you embroider on pot holders, you know, show someone after, oh, showing off your embroidered pot holders because they're so absolutely cute, and they're posting on Instagram and showing it in their cute kitchen, you know, granite countertops, and this is the cute, yeah, the whole nine. That's when you see other people pushing the stuff that makes other people want to buy it. So the word of mouth thing, and then once they see the quality of your work and they see that you do a decent turnaround, then that's how the ball will get to rolling and more people will buy into whatever it is that you're offering. All right. Um, let's see. I use Willcom, but you use what works for you as long as you get the work done. And yes, that's for certain. Now, granted, everything that I tell y'all on this channel is strictly my opinion and based on my experience. I do use Willcom, but I use Willcom Hatch. I don't use like E4. But again, I was going based off of being a brand new out the box embroidery person with a 4x4 embroidery machine, not knowing anything whatsoever about embroidery or where I was going to get designs from, and learning about a little bit about embroidery and trying to find a software program to help me get my designs on the embroidery machine the way I wanted them on the embroidery machine. And looking at the price of these programs, like, okay, I just paid right under $300 for this embroidery machine. There is absolutely no way I'm going to pay $600 for a program that's supposed to help me get the designs I want on an embroidery machine. It just wasn't going to happen, and it wasn't in the budget. Nowhere near $600. Are you kidding me right now? And that was one program. The other one was over $1,000. Capable, but everybody and their grandma was talking about their big embroidery machines and what all their big was doing in their expensive programs, and I just was feeling left out at the time. And so I just got really frustrated one day, and I googled inexpensive embroidery software programs, and Sew What Pro popped up, and it's been love ever since. Love at first sight. So it even took me a minute to save up the $65 to get the Sew What Pro. It took me some months to save up for that. So I understand what it is to not be able to afford some of the stuff dealing with embroidery. So that's why I try to let you guys know when something's worth it, when something's not, when you can make do with what you have, or when you can, you know, try and splurge a little bit, something you might want to splurge on. And then, oh, cool. Iris says the Peggy situation is 45 on eBay. I don't know if that's the corded version or not. I have the cordless, which is the one on eBay, Amazon is cordless. The one absolutely love it. Miss Beckham, let me know how you doing and make sure you're okay. But yes, there are other programs out there. Don't get it twisted, and there are some excellent programs out there, definitely. But when you're new and you can't afford those bigger programs, Sew What Pro really fit the bill. So yes, for sure. Sheila Cushionberry, I love seeing how much your family supports you. You don't always see that with hobby, job, interest. That's true, and that's a very large blessing that I am very grateful for, and I try really hard not to take that for granted. Because they have seen me very happy, and I try to incorporate them as much as possible in what I have going on so that they can enjoy it with me. But sometimes it's challenging. Sometimes it can be really challenging. It depends on what it is. But I also appreciate a supportive spouse as well. Robin White, hello from Atlanta. Hello to you. Word of mouth is the best advertising, Marge Campbell says. I had someone give me an amazing design box and software. I think they cleaned out their room and now it's mine. I'm not sure it's worth anything. Does anyone use this? Miss Social Dev says. What is the thing? Knick-knack nurse. When I opened my uniform store, I paid all my best friends in my inventory and sent them to work with business cards in their pockets. Word of mouth. Very good. It does work. Shellen Notice, thank you. I do embroidery. I believe it's going to be worth the purchase. Definitely. Definitely. That is so true. I use my instant messenger to post pictures of my work, and I've been getting clients like crazy through word of mouth. It definitely does work. Let's see. I would like Karen White. I would like to know your recommendations on buying a multi-needle machine, brand, model, and estimated cost. This will be. We have a program called Sew Art. Sew Art you can digitize with that one. It's a sister program to Sew It Pro. Sew Art is $75, but Sew It Pro is $65. So for $10 more, you can digitize. But Karen White, for a multi-needle machine, a lot of that depends on your budget. The best machine I have found for the budget, okay, and I've done a lot of research, and I've visited one local multi-needle machine company. When I go to the MBM shows, I walk around, talk to all of the embroidery machine companies, ask questions, get prices, yada yada. But the red line has been phenomenal. All right, it's a 15 needle embroidery machine. And just to give you a comparison, most people will want to go with this big name embroidery machine company. They have a 6 needle like what's behind me. They also have a 10 needle option available. The red line starts out $79.95 for 15 needles. So if you're going to go with multi-needle, they also have a 10 needle version. If I'm remembering correctly, it's either a 10 or a 12 needle. That's a little bit less, but this one is $79.95 starting out. You get spools, 15 spools of thread with it. You get 2 times the hoop, so double every hoop that comes with the machine. You get the cap driver so that you can do hats. It comes with the stand. It comes with the table. And if you let them know baby's booty sent you, you get an extra pair of extra set of hoops. But the red line has been the best overall price comparison for the amount of machine. This is industrial. This is not. This is more home, light commercial type machine, whereas this is industrial. So it's more heavy duty. Now the difference is with this one, when you need repair done, they want you to bring it in or send it in for repairs. With this one, they teach you how to repair it yourself, because these folks understand in industry, when you're trying to make money, you don't have downtime. There's no such thing as calling your customers and saying, my machine's down and I had to send it off for 2 weeks or for a whole week, so I'm gonna need to put your order off, even though I told you I'd have your order done in 3 days. They know that's not acceptable, so they teach you how to fix the machine yourself, send you extra parts and everything, and a whole live toolkit, so that you can fix this on your own. This one, they're like, nope, bring it in. You don't touch nothing, don't do nothing. Just bring it in and we'll fix for you. $300 out the door, whatever the case may be, and it's going to be a week, possibly 2 weeks, depending upon how busy we are. So there's the difference between the two. Take your pick, pick your poison. This has been an excellent machine. This has been an excellent machine. But it's still in orders, and I'm still able to get work. I don't. Again, this machine, as you see right here, her name's Blessing, and she has that name for a reason. She has been a huge blessing to my business. So don't think for 1 minute that I just don't like this machine anymore. That's not true. I run both of them regularly. So it's a good machine, but the value for the money, I would go with that one for a lot of different reasons. So, are you familiar with the Hatch digitizing software that came with my machine? Should I purchase Sew It Pro? I have so much to learn. Forever blessed. I am familiar with Hatch. And if I'm not mistaken, you can do editing with Hatch. Should you buy Sew It Pro, I'm not going to recommend that you spend money on a program that you learn that if you learn how to use Hatch, you can, I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing with Hatch. Hatch is usually digitizing, not necessarily editing, but if I'm not mistaken, you can do both with Hatch. You can edit and digitize. Let's see. Betty, be careful with the thunderstorms and have a good night. All right, let me go back up. All right, so I'm sure I skipped something, and I apologize. Oh, I live in an apartment. How loud is the red line? Could I run it at night without being put out? That's a funny question. Hilarious. Okay, first question would be, are you on the first floor? If you're on the first floor, you should be okay. If you're on the second floor, third floor, and folks up under you, it might have a problem because the machine can be a little loud. All multi-needle machines are loud, honestly. So that's no matter which one you go with, you're gonna have noise. Is it unbearable? I would say no. If it's a good enough apartment building, then you shouldn't have any issues. Good enough, not good enough apartment building. Ooh, that was the wrong thing to say. If they have good enough insulation in your apartment building, then it shouldn't be. So my thing would be, how well do you hear your neighbors when they make noise, when they bang or jump or cooking or machine? Really hear your neighbor very much at all, or dogs barking, you know what I'm saying, that type stuff, then you should be okay with your embroidery machine. So back on to, okay, so back on to the print and cut, and let me actually do something real quick before I forget. So back onto the print and cut, what I would like to also go over with you guys is the ups and downs. Sorry, I need to save that from tonight so that I can make sure I remember to do something. Okay, sorry about that. So with the print and cut, again, I thought it was pretty cool how you can do just about any design for the most part without a huge amount of intricacies. Print it out, cut it, and weed it and press it. Now, where it would be easiest and not able is if there's a weeding, but I know some folks that'll sit there, they love to weed, and they'll weed any kind of intricate design and stuff like that. Keep in mind that if you buy a Brother Six Needle and use it for a business, they probably void the warranty. Didn't know that. That's new news. That is crazy. I'm in an apartment, third floor, run my 10 needle at night, and so far no neighbor problem regarding noise, Shirley Stewart said. Thank you for that. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, that Brother Six Needle and voiding the warranty, that's a fool. I know several folks who have used it for a business, and I just don't understand how or why. Okay, so if you are not a fan of weeding, then this may not be the option for you. But if you're able to do a design kind of similar to this, whereas it's what I was explaining to my husband, if this was vinyl, this is vinyl, but if you're using the layer of the yellow, then you would have to do the white and then the blue, and you would have to weed each and every color before pressing it to this shirt. That would be annoying to someone like me who doesn't like the weed to begin with. So I wouldn't want to even think about trying to do this shirt. But with print and cut, they're able to print this out. I don't have to weed anything here, and it's all in one thing all together without doing all the different colors. So you have to take the time to look at a design, analyze it, and determine which method would be the best way to get the results that the customer want. Now, for print and cut, would I do this again? I would probably do this over doing regular vinyl again. Especially being that I know there's a strong possibility that I could do it here in my own studio, especially on the silhouette, since my Cricut's print and cut feature is broken, but the silhouette I know has the thing where it can read the marks and all of that jazz. So yes, there's a strong possibility I would do it again, but I'm still not a fan of buying. Okay. So print and cut is a lot of fun, and what I'm hoping to do is do a project where we can show the print and cut how it works, and then contrast the print and cut with sublimation print and cut, and let you see how that works as well. And go ahead and get some stuff in so that you can know how to add one more thing to the arsenal if you so choose to do so. Um, but I am fortunate that I was able to find someone to do the print and cut for me, and all I had to do was pick it up, weed it, and press it to a shirt. That actually saved a whole lot of time, a whole lot of stress, and a lot of money, because my Cricut and the silhouette is limited to 12 inches, whereas the paper that they brought was every bit of 3 feet wide. On that printer that they have, and the cutter that they have is just as huge. So they're able to fit way more to a roll of paper than I ever will be able to here on these little printers. But I don't need equipment that big because I'm not doing work on that volume, nor do I want to a certain extent. So I prefer to keep my operations a little bit more manageable, a little bit smaller. So if you're in the same predicament, such as some of you guys who are in apartments and you don't have the room nor the desire to expand to that capacity, then sub out some of that work. Sub out some of that work. I'm not sure. But there are companies out there where you can just go online and type in heat transfers or t-shirt transfers, and it will pull up a whole list, and some of them will do as low as 15 cents or whatever the case may be. But in most instances, those that go down that low, they're talking about one color transfers in a lot of instances. So you do need to price compare. You also need to take your design into consideration. What, like this specific design was 1, 2, 3 colors, so that's considered a full color design. So it's going to be a little more expensive than if it was just one color. But at the same token, one color I could have just did in vinyl myself, but that would have been weeding. So if you have a very intricate design with a whole bunch of little teeny spaces where you would have to be weeding a bunch of teeny spaces, 9 times out of 10 it's better to have a transfer printed for you and adding to your arsenal of things that you already do. All right, and then you don't have to buy any more equipment, even though that means no bell ringing for the new babies, but it saves you that pocket money from buying that piece of equipment. I like that print and cut t-shirt. Learn something new again. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I was shocked, honestly, once I thought about it, that I've been doing this for as long as I have and have never actually done a print cut shirt before. I've only done like just regular transfer without, intricate cutting type thing. But it's the first time for everything, and we like trying new things just to see how it goes. Marianne says Hatch does everything Sew It Pro. You may even get lessons from the dealership. So yes, you don't need to purchase Sew It Pro. You can continue to just use Hatch. Marianne, thank you for letting us know that. So you guys, again, I appreciate y'all being in here with us. We got about 14 minutes before we've been on for 2 hours, and that's my limit. Again, I have to finish painting my front door, put the last coat on. Actually, you know what? I think I'm done with coats for the night. I'm going to look at it and be sure, but I'm getting tired. And then get myself together for more work in the morning. As you can see, I had how many t-shirts over there? I had all of those t-shirts over there to do, and they're done. Then I also had all of those masks that we did, and I have more masks that need to be done. I have like 12 more masks to do, and then I'll be done with that order. Sew It Pro can do that batch. Actually, you can batch convert in Sew It Pro. So you could do 20 files at one time, which is actually really cool. But I have my polyester fabric that I make for the front of the mask. It's packed up somewhere, and I don't know where it is, what box. So that's something else I need to do, is go and dig through more boxes, unpack more boxes rather, and get myself together so that I can finish the last of the masks. And I just saw a question. Have a good night, Miss Iris. And Yolanda says, how do you store your bobbins? It depends. So some of the bobbins, let me take this out. Some of the bobbins, all right. Yeah, it wasn't just you. I don't know what happened. And I had to darn near shut the phone down to get you back. Okay, sorry about that. So I do have pre-filled bobbins. They come in the box. I leave them there. Then the bobbins that I fill myself, I have clear plastic bobbin containers that I get from Walmart, or that I got from Walmart, and I just use those to hold my bobbins for the most. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So my signal is going in and out, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Haven't been able to find an in the hoop mask for 4x4. No, I don't know of any. I think there is one though. Seemed like I remember somebody making one, but I don't know who it was. So maybe Google in the hoop mask 4x4 and see if that pulls up something. I'm sorry, I don't know. And real bad. It's buffering real bad. So you guys have a good night before I lose you again. And until the next time we see you, we hope you have happy embroidering. Sorry about the buffering. Have a good night. Bye.